Hey everybody, how we doing? John Anthony, ChairShot Sports, a proud SportCoin affiliate, and as always, powered by Zone Energy. Thank you so much for joining us. Happy June, to everybody. Here for Monday, obviously Raw. We have a little while. We're on our road to the Money in the Bank PLE this upcoming Saturday. Also, Worlds Collide as well. And this is the third installment. This is our third episode of the weekend. Going over Money in the Bank, breaking down a little quick four-match card. But I'm sure these matches are going to have plenty of time to cook, marinate, a lot of cool action, a lot of cool stuff happening. But obviously, with all that cool stuff and everything that could go on, I'm not going to do this alone. So let me just bring on some of the guests we have here. Making her first time appearance in a prediction show and also first time here on ChairShot Sports. Let me bring to the stage. It's going to be great to see us to her in person, not just in the comments. What's going on, Lady Alpha?
Hey, how you doing?
Doing awesome. Thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate it.
And thank you for having me.
No, it's always a pleasure. And also, you've seen this man a couple times. We're talking AEW. We talk WWE, whatever it is. He's usually with me. From the Mob Squad, Mike Nord. What's going on, Mike?
What's up, my brother? What's going on, Lady Alpha? I'm familiar with you as well.
Hi, Michael.
Thanks for having me again.
No, of course, man. No pleasure. Thank you for having me come on. And someone new to the show, you might know him. A good friend of the page, Connor. You might know him though as Con Man, streamer extraordinaire. What's going on, Con Man?
How's it going, John? Lady Alpha, it's good to be here with you. Mike, great to meet you guys. Thank you so much for having me on. I'm thrilled to be here.
No, this is awesome, and thank you so much. What's going on, Mike from the Run In? Thank you so much for joining us. So quickly, obviously, Mike's done this before, but for Connor and for Lady Alpha, kind of what we do is I'm just going to pick a match. We'll go down the card, obviously work our way to the ladder matches. I'll give a little synopsis, give my pick, and then we throw it out to you guys, and we just go on tangents, go down any roads you want to go to get there, how you get to a winner. No time limit, nothing like that. So feel free to go and talk about whatever you want to do. So sound good?
We can ramble here, eh? We're allowed to ramble?
Well,
all right.
Well, technically, we all have to be out. Technically, we all have to be off by 5 of 8 so we can all watch. You got a stream. So technically, we have a little bit of a time constraint, but all right, awesome. So we'll just start kind of, I guess, at the bottom with four matches. It's kind of tough to do that, but we'll start with the ladies. We'll start with the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Obviously, Lyra Valkyria, Becky Lynch. If Becky wins, this is obviously her last chance at the Intercontinental Championship if as long as Lyra's champion. And if Lyra's to win, Becky's to win, Lyra has to pick her arm up and admit she's the better wrestler. And we all know this. Conman knows this. Mike, Lady Alpha. Whenever you put in a last time ever or last chance, you're kind of always like, okay, I see where this is kind of going to go. It's probably going to go the other way for the person who has their last opportunity. But there's a couple things kind of clearing in here. I want it to be a clean match. I would love Lyra to go over here. Kind of just building up the face and just kind of making Becky that much more insane. But I do think we get a Bayley appearance here. Bayley costing Becky twofold. Obviously, I think we get a match at SummerSlam with those two, the interference. But not only does she cost her a win, but she costs her opportunity to ever go for that belt while Lyra champion, which I think is the kicker. Will just infuriate Becky. So with the interference, I think Lyra goes over here, retains in a great match nonetheless. But I think with a little interference, Lyra wins here. So obviously, ladies first. Lady Alpha, what are your thoughts on the match?
You summed it up perfectly. That's exactly how I see it going down. I wanted Lyra to win anyway. I'm not a big fan of Becky Lynch. Not that there's anything wrong with her, but I just don't, I kind of leaned her way for a minute. But yeah, I think that it's just going to add fuel to the fire between her and Bayley. So SummerSlam is going to kick.
I'm going to night 2, and the running joke now when we do shows is that I want everything on night 2. So night 2 is gonna have like 14 matches on it. Night 1's gonna have everything to be on night 2. But I think, like you said, I think being the first 2 night pay-per-view, it's gonna be an awesome card each night. So very excited. Awesome. All right, Connor, what are your thoughts? How do you see the match going?
Dude, I've been out of the loop for so long with WWE, but like everything I've seen from Lyra Valkyria has been incredible. Like the rise as a baby face. There's not very often you see in WWE somebody truly get over organically with the crowd. And like being the first ever women's IC champion, people were kind of starting to say, oh, we want Dakota Kai, right? We'd much prefer to have somebody else. But Lyra's done a great job with it. And then Becky Lynch elevating her to a whole other level as a babyface. Dude, I think it would be the wrong call to take the title off of Lyra at this point, simply because of all the work you've done with Lyra. But that being said, the chase could also be awesome for Lyra if we get like a Bayley, Becky, Lyra triangle going on. Official pick, I'm going to say, I think Lyra retains, but your idea of the whole interference, imagine if Bailey accidentally cost Lyra the championship as trying to help her out. You know, there might be something there, right? A full-on clean win for Lyra over Becky Lynch, it does something, but I don't know if it's the right call. What do you think? Elaborate on that one there.
Awesome. And like Mike just said, the run.
Sorry, I meant just like if you guys have like anything like on that, because like I've been out of the loop, right? I've been a little out of the loop with WWE over the last 2-3 weeks. So does that seem like we're going in the right direction there? Something?
Yes, absolutely. No, that's definitely going the right way. That's what I say to it. I mean, it's when she first got the belt, it was like leave a little apprehensive. NXT, maybe we don't know who she is, but now everything she's done, especially the back and forth with Becky, I agree wholeheartedly. Like, you got to keep it on her, keep that rise going. And Becky knows what she's doing. But
we're all feeling Lyra as the babyface IC champ, right? We're all feeling it.
I'm with it, absolutely. And like Mike just said too, night one of the SummerSlam is just going to be my pre-show, and everything else is on night 2, and that's it. That's going to be a fire PLE. Running in one half of the running every Thursday night. Thanks for joining us. All right, Mike, what are your thoughts, man? Who's walking out with the Women's Intercontinental Championship?
Well, we can't make it boring. I first thing I want to say is I do want Lyra to go over here. I think Conman and Lady Alpha touched on a few. Like she's super over right now. I don't see why you'd want to stop her momentum. But I feel like this is one of those. You remember my pick last time when they went up against each other, right? I feel like I'm in a shame if you do, shame if you don't situation. So I don't want to pick Becky last time and lose, and now go against her this time and lose. So I'm just gonna go with Bex. I'm just gonna take Becky.
You're gonna be on the island. I like it. Okay,
I'm swimming alone, and I do believe Bailey plays a big factor into that, but I'm gonna go with Becky.
All right, I like.
People will hate it, and I'm kind of here for it. I'm not gonna lie.
I did. Twitter X is gonna blow up. You kidding me? If she wins that, oh man, I love when the crash outs come. It's like, yes, let's go. Obviously, so we'll go over what we now know is going to be the main event of Saturday. We have the tag match, the men's tag team. We have Jey Uso, Cody Rhodes, John Cena, Logan Paul. Now this is obviously main event for a reason. But the reason it's not a ladder match, it could be a couple things. Maybe we get a cash in, maybe we get a return, maybe Dwayne's coming out throwing up some fingers and a throat slash. Who knows? Maybe Roman comes back. Who knows? It's a lot of stuff out there. So for that, I think we get something big, something to put a little meat on the bone to be like, oh, I can't believe this happened. What is this? To kind of lead us into Night of Champions, SummerSlam, things like that. But for the pick, and I hate to make this pick, man, because it's tough. It's tough. I think John Cena and Logan Paul get the win here. Obviously, very nefariously. Whether it's a Travis Scott, they got Fiend blaring throughout the arena. I don't know. But I got the bad guys going over tonight. I got John Cena and I got Logan Paul on Saturday walking out of there with the win against the champs. Mike, what are your thoughts?
Man, listen. First of all, I'm gonna go with the same pick as you. I'm gonna go Logan and Cena. I mean, we're probably gonna see Travis Scott, Jake Paul, etc. So
Paul.
I believe this is like the shenanigans match.
Oh no!
Yeah, I believe this.
It would be. They would do that.
They're gonna overkill us, and Cena's gonna, they haven't really been making him wrestle much. So I expect maybe a sprinkle of Cena, a lot of Logan Paul, and a lot of interference to get them to victory.
All right, I like it. Lady Alpha, what are your thoughts on the match?
I actually went a different way. I think that Cody and Jay are going to win. I do believe there's going to be shenanigans, but I also see other people coming to their aid in all of that. So I really think they're going to hand a loss to Cena and Paul, and I think Paul's going to take the pin.
Oh,
definitely. Logan has to eat that pin. There's no way John eats that pin.
John can't eat the pin no matter what.
One of our good friends that's always in our streams, Stampede, he was saying one of 19 people could interfere in this match. Who knows? Like we could see Sami Zayn, we could see who knows.
Yeah.
But with that being said, Connor, how do you see it all going down as we end the PLE?
Well, as your guys are saying, this could be incredible shenanigans all over the place. It might feel like it's anarchy in the arena. Let's be real. There's going to be so many people going down. But I promise you, the last thing you're going to hear before the 1, 2, 3, you're going to hear it. You're hearing it. He's going to be, I don't know. I actually don't know if he's going to be there. But like the way that everything is going, I feel like WWE is going to troll us even further. Like, they're saying John Cena wants to ruin wrestling. I mean, people kind of hate WWE right now. I know that's still all up in the air, right? You know, is he actually ruining it, or is it just a bad TV show? But if they want to go in that ruining wrestling direction, John Cena and Logan Paul beating Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso in the main event, I mean, that's some heat right there. And I kind of hope that like Logan Paul and John continue to beef during this match as well. Like I want to see, maybe Logan Paul is the guy who starts the shift for John Cena back to being a good guy. Like if maybe throughout the year we want to end with John Cena as a good guy, maybe Logan Paul annoys him and he's like, God, I'm going in the wrong way here. This is not the future of the business right here.
I don't want to be like this guy. Get out of here. Who is this guy?
Exactly. So like maybe there's something there that Logan Paul sparks a little bit that original John Cena. I'm just spitballing here. I do think though that John and Logan are going to walk out with the win.
Awesome. Oh man, that Fiend, man, stop it. I just had PTSD, man. I was like, what? No.
Just hear it every night, you know, around 3, 4 a.m., just as your sleep schedule's turning over a little bit, just bang right there.
Stop it, man. Just stop. Oh my God. Well, obviously, like I said, this is a very short card. They may throw a 5th match in maybe tonight, maybe on Friday. We'll see what happens. But with that being said,
1, 2, 3 matches left. Is that right? 3, 2, 1. I don't know. I can't even remember how he counted down right there. It's been so long ago that was on TV. We got 3 matches left.
2 matches.
Oh, there's 2. Oh, is there only 4 matches announced?
There is. Yeah, there's a 4.
Wow.
Maybe a 5th gets thrown in. Maybe something. I don't know, but we'll see what happens.
Okay. All right.
Maybe. But we'll start with the ladies. Obviously, the ladder matches. We have Alexa Bliss, Roxanne Perez, Rhea Ripley, Julia, Naomi. And obviously tonight we have a qualifier. We have a win-in, or I should say a play-in. Stephanie Vaquer, Liv Morgan, Ivy Nile. I'm all for having Ivy Nile on my screen. I'd love to have more of her. She's awesome talent. I think she was kind of thrown into this, unfortunately. It's Liv Morgan and Vaquer. A lot of people, obviously, if you're calling her up, how are you not going to put her in the match? It doesn't make any sense. My thought is, if it was anyone but Liv Morgan in this match, I'd say Stephanie guided in, just put her in the match on Saturday. Don't even watch the triple threat. But it's Liv Morgan. So either Roxanne gets involved, spoils it for Stephanie, does some weird stuff, or obviously Raquel, somebody from the Judgment Day, Daddy Dom comes down, does something, affects it all, and Liv ends up getting the win. Unfortunately, as much as it pains me to say this, Liv Morgan is going to win tonight and get into the Money in the Bank. In regards to the whole thing, the whole match on Saturday, it's a lot of different ways you can go with this. Obviously, Rox, she's hot right now ever since coming out to the Raw brand. You have Alexa Bliss, who's probably the most over female right now on the roster. Obviously, except you have Vaquer, you have Julia, but Bliss, everyone's hungry to see her succeed and move up. Naomi is the hot hand right now. The promo on Friday night, fire against Tiffany. Obviously, she's a big pick to win. But the name, obviously, if you notice, I did not talk about was the one I think is going to win. And people are not going to like this pick, but I'm telling you, it's going to be Mommy in the Bank on Saturday. Rhea Ripley is going to win that match. And the reason I'm saying is it's going to be something to do with Liv Morgan. Liv being in that, something's going to go down between the two of them, and Rhea's going to win that match. Just send Liv spiraling and just all out for Rhea, trying to cost her cash-ins, things like that. But at the end of the day, Rhea goes up, grabs the briefcase, and she's walking out of there, Mommy in the Bank. Connor, what are your thoughts on the match tonight and on Saturday?
Yeah, I didn't hate that, what you just said. Yeah, that's not terrible. It could very well happen that way. The idea of Roxanne helping Liv get into the Money in the Bank match, that's kind of cool. I'm also curious to see what happens if maybe Liv doesn't get into Money in the Bank with Roxanne costing her potentially. Accidentally, similar in the way to how Dominic cost Finn Balor with maybe a steel chair and something happens that way. I don't know. Both are an interesting direction. I think Liv is a big star, and having her be in Money in the Bank will elevate that match a ton. Stephanie Vaquer is definitely brand new to the main roster, and be cool to see her in a match like that as well. Official prediction for tonight, if you're looking for that one, I'm going to go ahead and say Liv. I'm with you on that one. I just think something's going to keep Liv up the card. And then for Money in the Bank itself, I like Naomi. I really do. You said the hot hand right now. I can only picture Naomi's briefcase with the caution tape wrapped around it, and her proceed with caution, Miss Money in the Bank. That line seems to line up like you need to proceed with caution as the champion. I like that pick for Naomi. I'll go with that.
If Rhea's the one, Naomi's my 1A. I totally agree with that. And the briefcase is going to be fire. That's the biggest thing. I feel like now when we look at winners, we're like, what's the briefcase going to look like? That's the cool.
I don't hate Mommy in the Bank either. I mean, like it's Rhea Ripley. She's a massive star, and you can't go wrong by putting a briefcase on a massive star, right? You just simply can't. The idea that we could get a new star though being made in Naomi, I like that idea.
I agree too. Last year I picked Tiffany to win it. She did, and that was my concept. It's like,
nice.
Maybe they're not ready to put her into that, but at least she has the briefcase. So when creative is ready and it is her time, cash it in, slide her right in there. So I agree with that too. Yeah. Big star, maybe a new star, I don't know, but either way, it's going to be a good match, and the winner is going to be very polarizing, especially the wrestling community. What's going on, Herb?
Is there like before you ask somebody else, I do have a question here. I'm trying to think through to ask you, is there like a dark horse in this one? Because like it feels like everybody's saying the same two people, right? Rhea, Naomi. Would you guys say there's a dark horse?
I guess if we had to go, maybe I guess Roxanne, because everyone's just assuming, like I said, she's obviously very young, has a very bright future. Maybe no one really thinks Roxanne could go up and pull that down. So I think Roxanne maybe the dark horse. Mike, what are your thoughts on the dark horse?
My dark horse is I'm gonna go with the two that they convinced to come over, because I think Vaca wins. I don't think Liv.
Really?
That'd be cool, dude.
I think Liv deals with Rhea later, and they already have that story there. I think this is gonna be about so I'd say my two sleepers is Julia and Vaca. Nice. I mean, those would be the two I'd pick to sleep. He almost changed my pick with Naomi.
You like that, right?
I'll tell you like this. Logically, that's probably the best way to go right now, because they could send that out so many directions. I'm gonna stick with Rhea just because that's where my my mind was at. And I do believe they continue Liv and Rhea later but I don't think Liv wins tonight.
To piggyback off of you there, just the idea of Stephanie Vickers like horns on the briefcase, that would look pretty dope. A red and black briefcase. I mean, I'm kind of on board now that I'm thinking about that.
Every time you get this match every year, you got to go to AI. You got to be like, hey, generate these briefcases. Yeah. Some of the ones I've seen online are wild for every person who could win. It's awesome. I love it.
You're giving me a video idea. Thank you.
There you go. Awesome. I like that. All right, cool. So your dark horse, you said, is the Care and Julia, and then who you got for
either or? I mean, personally, I would say my if I got to go one. My dark horse is Vaca winning tonight and Vaca taking the briefcase.
A clean sweep. Woo!
That would be my sleeper.
I like it. Man, now Connor's got to think about that briefcase. Walks out, does the whole thing. That's awesome. That's kind of fire, actually. That's pretty cool. And your thought to win it is, so who do you have winning it, though? You said Mommy?
Rhea.
You have Rhea?
I got Rhea winning.
All right. I like it. All right. Lady Alpha, who's winning tonight and who's walking out Saturday with the women's briefcase?
I have Stephanie winning tonight. I think everybody is about over the Liv and Rhea thing. I know I am. I'm kind of bored with it. Come on, come up with a new. And but I do like the idea of Liv and Rox, starting a feud. But yeah, the Rhea and Liv thing I think is over with. So I think that you don't bring a new person in and put them in a match and not have them win. So I think Steph is taking it tonight. And then I probably have a very kind of controversial pick for the Money in the Bank, because
tell me more.
I'm going with Alexa Bliss, because I think that Uncle Howdy and the rest of the Wyatt Six are going to get in there and kind of help her elevate to bring her into their fold. So I went with Alexa. Plus, she is my favorite and one of my favorites.
Ooh,
Hey, it's not a bad pick. Alexa Bliss, pretty dope, right? Like that, it would be cool.
I like that. I'm not mad about that at all. If she wins, no, I don't think anyone's mad about that. That's like, yes, let's go. That's actually cool. You bring up the Wyatt Six. So let's get Liv right at the top rung. The lights go out. They come back on. Nikki Cross is already up there looking at her, pushes her off the ladder. There you go. And then there goes Alexa to ascend up to the top. Something like that. I like that. I like that idea.
If we were in the middle of the pandemic era, those lights would go out, but then when they come back on, she would have had a complete costume change. She would have been right back to Dark Alexa.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's such an era when they were able to do that kind of stuff. Loved it.
The good thing about this match, I don't think anybody would be mad anyway that it goes.
No.
Right.
No, not at all.
Yeah, that match is pretty loaded.
No, it's going to be good. That's why, I know it's a 4-match card, but I think these two matches particularly, the men's, I think people kind of going a certain way with it. They kind of see what's going on, but the women's is a toss up. They could go to any of them, and like you said, I don't think we're mad about any of it when it gets done. So speaking of that, let's move on to the men's. Solo Sikoa, LA Knight, Penta, Rollins, Andrade, obviously are already in. They're qualified. Tonight we have a triple threat play-in. We have CM Punk, we have AJ Styles, and Grande Americano in the match. So, and again, this is the third show I've done, so we've had a lot of opinions. I don't think one person wants Grande even close to a pinfall here. Getting the pinfall, I should say. AJ Styles, obviously, the sexy pick. You want to see him go get. He's never been in a Money in the Bank, so we go to see him there.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, he's never been in one. I didn't know that till maybe a week ago. And that actually I was a little intrigued to pick. Didn't change my pick though. It's going to be CM Punk, but I'm telling you, it's going to be CM Punk because I think they're going to try to screw him out of that. Meaning Rollins, Braun, everyone's going to try to come down and get it. They're going to end up getting him the win. He moves in. Him and Rollins are going to face off on Saturday. So Punk wins tonight. He goes to Saturday. He's in the match. I think Solo and Rollins, with their factions, with the families, they go in. They kind of cancel each other out. A whole bunch of nefarious stuff going on. Penta and Andrade, I think that's going to be a feud moving down the road. So I think they do some wild stuff outside, crazy stuff off the top rope, off of ladders. They'll cancel each other out. These two men, CM Punk, LA Knight. I'm a huge LA Knight guy. Have been for a long time before he was in WWE. Third time, the light on Knight is getting dim. You need to pull the trigger. You really do. But I don't think it's going to happen Saturday. I think he has other ways to get there. Night of Champion. I know it sucks. It hurts. It hurts. I know. It sucks. I know. Punk gets the briefcase. But this is my thought process, and this is so wild. Connor, you're going to love, you're going to appreciate this. This is like, so he's the briefcase winner. We're going down. We get, let's say, December 14th, Boston Garden, Saturday main event, Cena's last match. Cena's not walking out of WWE as a champion, but he's also not going to take a pin and lose in Boston, especially being a face in his hometown. He's going to win the match. People are crying. Everyone's down at the ring, loving him, hugging. Everyone's happy. Here comes CM Punk. Whether coming down to hug him and congratulate him, then turn on him and knock him down in the ring. Briefcase is under the ring, cashes in. I think CM Punk, John Cena knows going on your back in that way, doing it for the business and giving the belt to somebody as he's moving on is the way to play. I think CM Punk cashes in his last match in Boston. Uber Heat, foregoes the Rumble, foregoes the Chamber, moves on, gets his own WrestleMania main event, not sharing with anybody, his own, that people have to go to him now and step to him when they win their chances and challenge him on night 1 or 2. But I think CM Punk gets the win, ends up challenging John Cena at the end of the year. But at the end of the day, I think CM Punk walks up the ladder this upcoming Saturday. Sorry for the long-winded prediction, but I'll go to Mike. Mike, what are your thoughts on tonight? And who's the men's Money in the Bank?
You need to jump in CM Punk's DM and give him that story because, I mean, it's probably a lot better than what they're gonna write.
What can I say?
To be honest with you, not jabbing them, but that was pretty good. Losing it in Boston, Cena in Boston, Punk snaking him in Boston. I mean, there's and then he gets to leave, and from where you
already have that history. The blowing the kiss when he took it from in Chicago. What better way to do it again in John's hometown in Boston?
That sounds like a picture perfect ending. So make sure you clip that and get that to go viral so people see that. Tonight, I mean, the obvious winner, I think, is CM Punk. I would love to say AJ Styles. I don't see that happening. I think he's more the putting over talent guy right now. I don't think he has a problem with that. I think that Grande or Gable, whatever you want to call him.
Hey.
Who? Gable? Who? No,
yeah, I don't. Can't be confirmed. It cannot be confirmed as him. So
it's Omos. Come on now.
I mean, it definitely kind of resembles Omos. But
uncanny.
I want to say that Grande has some AAA things and a lot of feuds going forward where he just doesn't need this right now. So I'm gonna say Punk wins. I'm on you. I totally agree with you with LA Knight. Since Eli Drake, I mean, he gets it. He always gets the fans riled up. And he is losing momentum right now. Like, I feel like he was like a real hot commodity, and he's sledding.
He ran to the bloodline. He ran to the bloodline, man. It just wasn't a good time.
He's sledding right now. I think you nailed it with Penta and Andrade as well. I could see, I mean, there's a few guys I could see really winning this match. I don't see it being Knight, Andrade, or Penta. And, Penta's my guy. I just don't see it being one of them. I think Solo has a story where they might be able to do something with him, but I think that would also piss a lot of people off if they chose to go that route. But I do think that I mean, I won't give that 0%. There's a possibility there, right? So with that being said, I'm looking at either Rollins or Punk. It has to be one of them. And I do believe that Punk gets his WrestleMania moment, which leads me to sadly say I have to agree with you. This is a CM Punk spot. This is what he's back for. He's gonna get what he wants. And
he would be the only three. He would be the only 3-time Money in the Bank. That's
winner. Also cool.
Yep.
Yeah,
so,
that's cool. That's dope. So breaking records is always a plus. But yeah, I'm gonna say CM Punk is my pick, but do not be surprised if Solo sneaks out the back door with that briefcase and just has everybody going crazy for the next couple of months.
I love you, Solo.
Let me just stick with CM Punk. I'm over the bloodline, bro. I love them, but I'm so over the bloodline.
And to take a page from Connor too, who's your dark horse? Who's the one guy that no one's talking about that you're like, okay, that person could win, very slightly.
Isn't it Solo?
I don't even know if that. I feel like he's like right under the favorite spot. LA Knight would be my dark horse. Maybe they get it right.
That is true. That could be a thing. Connor, what are your thoughts tonight, and how's it looking Saturday?
Well, let me start off by asking a question. I want to go back to your thing with CM Punk ending John Cena's run as champion at the end of the year in Boston. Very cool idea that's how that happens. But the question I want to ask is, do you want to see John Cena end his career as a babyface or a heel?
I want to face.
Babyface, right?
Yeah.
Heel Cena ain't hitting, is it? I think we can all agree on that.
It just feels so forced. It's just
right. And like, this is not in a crap on it type of way. It's John Cena. Who wants to boo John Cena? Let's be real. At 2025, unless you're forcing somebody to boo John Cena, nobody really wants to boo him, right? So the reason I bring that up is because like the idea of Punk cashing in Boston would be if he's a heel, right? To end this terror of reign, he's going to steal the championship and Punk's the savior. And it's kind of like a play on Money in the Bank 2011, where Punk blew the kiss goodbye and left with the championship. This time he's saving the championship. Kind of a cool story. I like that story, but make that happen at SummerSlam or make that happen at like a earlier event. Cause I think Cody's got to be the guy to take the title from Cena at all of this when it's all over. If you want Cody to be the guy running forward, right? Punk can get to the main event any way you want. It's CM Punk, right? But if Cody's to be your guy, if like the last 2 years of all that money, all that time, all that energy put into him, if you want him to be the guy, he's got to get his championship back from John Cena. And John Cena beating CM Punk along the way would be so evil. It would feel horrible, right? But he's here to ruin wrestling. And I don't know if there's going to be that spark that turns him back to being a good guy, or if he's going to stay a bad guy the entire way through. Both are captivating to me, but that's why I want to ask that question. To go back to Money in the Bank, though, in terms of who I think has a really good chance of winning it, Punk sounds like a great opportunity. He could be a guy to say, I'm cashing this in at this day, this time right here. I'm getting my championship match, and it's not going to be like I'm going to cash in any place, anytime, anywhere. Mm-hmm. Or do you want to see El Grande Americano?
Don't do it, man. Stop it. Don't do it. Don't do it, Tom.
Come on.
Come on, man. Don't do it.
You know they're thinking about it right now. They're sitting there saying,
sadly, yes.
What could we do? What could we make out of AI with this thing? How could we push this?
No.
I know they got to be thinking about it. I'm not going to say it's going to happen. I like Punk. I love the idea of LA Knight just because that would be the thing fans have been asking for the last 2 years.
For so long.
And you finally give it to them in a time where people aren't necessarily in love with the decisions being made. It could be like a tip of the cap to the fans saying, hey, we hear you, we see you. Let's put it on somebody that you love. Just a thought. But I'll go Punk. I like Punk. Official prediction, Punk.
You're not wrong, though. Now it's kind of polarizing right now. And to do that in LA Knight, kind of give it a little back to, all right, listen, sorry, here you go. We're doing this. Enjoy the little homage. Hey, man, come on. So I like that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love it. Awesome. Your thoughts, Lady Alpha? What's going on? How we ended the night?
This one was the hardest one. Because, I mean, there's so many different ways it can go. And my thing with Seth and CM Punk, I just think there needs to be a one-on-one, not, them amongst a group to settle that once and for all. So I was kind of leaning AJ Styles because, well, he's never been, as you said. But again, he's also a veteran. He's close to the end of his career. I don't know. I keep going back and forth. So I'm going to go with CM Punk taking tonight's win, but I don't see him getting the briefcase. I think because of all of the crap that's going to go down, it's going to Seth. It's going to Seth because JC and Braun Breaker, that kind of muscle behind him, it's got to go to Seth.
Yes.
Fair point. Absolutely. And I can't believe I didn't even mention Seth when I was talking about that because he's got to be one of the front runners, right? Yeah. His vision is the world title. That is a direct way to get to it. So definitely Seth's got to be considered one of the favorites.
For sure.
And one of the other biggest things coming out too is obviously we have Money in the Bank Saturday. The biggest thing that everyone's talking about also is next Monday night. You have what's waiting for Jay around the corner next Monday? Gunther. Mm-hmm. It's going to be a bang out match. Both guys. Jay's going to be left lying after Gunther's done with him, whether he's choked out, chopped to death, whatever happens. A lot of people are saying whoever wins, maybe Seth Rollins, if he does win it on Saturday, is cashing in Monday with Jay just obliterated for whatever Gunther leaves a pile of in the middle of that ring. So that's also an aspect to think about as well with next Monday, with Jay being he's going to be very, very vulnerable at the end of that match. So it's going to be curious to see if we get a cash in that soon. I'm not a fan of the quick cash in, at least like that night. I'd let it breathe a little bit, but I guess 2 days after isn't any really better than that. I like kind of a longer kind of term, like a Tiffany, Seth when he did the Heist of the Century, kind of almost where you kind of forget about it. And then their music hits, you go, oh, wait a minute. And then, it all comes back and then we go get a cash in. But I mean, we could see a cash in maybe 2 days after a win. So it's going to be interesting to see that as well. So it's going to be interesting.
I do like the longer waits, but I think they pulled the plug quick this time too. I just feel it coming. That briefcase going to open quick this year.
Yeah, they did it last year too, right? So back to
So
back
quick.
years. It would be like because like Damian Priest held on to that thing for so long, right? And so they just didn't want to pull the trigger on another long Money in the Bank reign. It would be a cool one to see like a 3-4 month reign, like almost in the middle of the road, right? A guy who's just about there, but just needs that story to get to the title. I like the idea of just a bit longer this time.
Awesome. So we talked about the win. Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead, lady. Go ahead.
No, sorry.
Oh, please go ahead.
I think that I agree with the short turnaround but the reason behind that is because Seth has an ulterior motive. He has this master plan,
The vision.
and right, the vision, and so he's not going to wait. If he's got a chance to grab a title to elevate that vision, he's going to do it. So I think that he probably will cash in.
That's a very strong point. It's an extremely strong point, right?
You only have two of the biggest horses on the Raw roster behind, having your back, and can definitely take care of anyone, take them out and put them down for you. So
yeah. Why wait? Like you're spot on, Lady Alpha. Absolutely.
And the longer you wait, you just give your muscle a chance to turn on you. So I mean, strike when it's hot. You go get that belt. So
get when the getting's good, baby.
Yeah.
So we talked about the winners. We talked about dark horses. Who's the person that reaches up to that ladder, gets on the top, reaches for the briefcase, pulls it down, and literally looks around at the crowd? You get who's the one person that wins, and then you're like,
wah 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 wah.
I love you, Solo. He hasn't said that in months, man. I'm doing for that. He hasn't said that in months, baby. But I think for the women, it's a tough one. But who reaches up on the opposite side, and you're like, okay, cool. For the men's and women's, I'll start with you, lady.
Yeah, I have to agree, Solo. Solo.
Yeah.
Because he is definitely not a crowd favorite since he turned on Roman. So he would, if he took the briefcase down, everybody would probably be a little irritated.
Just get up, start walking for the exits. We're out of here.
Right.
We're done. We're done.
Yeah.
The only time I've seen that happen, I was at Money in the Bank, was in Hartford when Brock Lesnar came. Everyone thought it was going to be Bray Wyatt. This was when the Bray return was hot. And Brock Lesnar's music hit. People got up and walked out before he even got up the ladder to grab the briefcase. I was like, damn, well, you guys
man, I forgot. I actually blocked that out. That's the Mustafa Ali holding the briefcase at the top of the ladder, isn't it? And Brock just steals it. The Brock boombox after. Oh my god, dude, you just unlocked a bunch of memories.
Yeah, I forgot all about that, bro.
I was there, dude. I was there live, man. The reaction was, dude, the boos. I've been to a lot of events, man. Wow, the hate. Just felt it. It was in the air.
You know what? That's what John Cena's gonna do at Money in the Bank. Okay, it's gonna be we're gonna see LA Knight at the top of the ladder. We're gonna see CM Punk at the top of the ladder. Cena's music's gonna hit. He comes running down, breaks the briefcase off like he did when he won it that other time, and just walks out as Money in the Bank. He's gonna cash in on Jey Uso on Monday. He's gonna have both titles, and he's gonna hold both till the very end, retire with both championships. Book it.
See, clip that. That needs to be clipped. Oh man! What do you think for the ladies, Lady Alpha? Who wins it? Where you're kind of like, okay, cool.
Honestly, I'm not really sure. I because we have a lot of killer talent in the women's, and there's really no one that is absolutely hated that I'm aware of. I could be wrong. I don't know. But I think if it's I think Roxy, honestly. Yeah. I think she's the biggest heel right now. And because of the Dom and Liv thing, they're still fairly popular even though they're heels. So I think Roxy would get a rather negative reaction to winning.
Absolutely. For the men's, I think Andrade. If Andrade gets it, I think the crowd just kind of goes, "What?"
I was thinking that too.
Why Andrade? And for the ladies, unfortunately, again, stacked card, and all of them deserve it. But I think out of all of them, Julia wins it, and you get, that's cool. But You know what I mean? Like just this is that because it's not a main storyline. She kind of comes in, wins it out of the. And that's tough because again, all of them, like anyone who wins that women's match is going to be awesome. But I think Julia's the one out of all of them where it's like, okay, I can get behind it. I guess. Okay, cool. Connor, what are your thoughts as far as what's going to make the crowd go mid?
You know what, dude? I think this year's Money in the Bank, they've done a really good job filling all the spots that I don't think you're going to get a negative reaction out of anybody who wins. You might get like you said, that I didn't expect that. But I think that would be what Money in the Bank is all about. The surprise that somebody's getting an opportunity. You saying Andrade might get crickets. I think people would lose their mind if they saw Andrade actually pull the briefcase simply because he's never been given an opportunity like that, right? And same thing goes for the women's side. Like, I think everybody who's in this match this year has some sort of fanfare, whether it be an online fanfare or whether it be because they're used to being seen on TV, right? So I don't think you'll get crickets. I think you're along the lines of the people that are going to get the most shocking reactions, like, oh, I didn't see that coming. And Andrade, definitely a no, I didn't see that coming, or a Julia. I still think people are picking Roxanne simply because of Tiffany last year, like the long-term play, right? Like thinking maybe Roxanne could hold on to it in the Judgment Day and it could be a story there. But yeah, I think I'd say Julia and Andrade would be the most, didn't expect that type of reactions.
Yeah.
So instead, again, like the crickets, you get the win and it's a.
yeah, you got it. Like, what?
Yeah, what are we doing?
Okay.
What does this mean? Like, yeah.
I like it. I like it. Oh man. How does Vicaria get a call up and Booker isn't her hype man in any event? He should be sitting at commentary for the match on Saturday just to wait till Julia hits her move. I mean, I'm sorry, till Stephanie hits her move.
I'm not sure if Booker uses Twitter or not, but I just need to see 5 ass from him. Not ass, AH from him on Twitter. Just a tweet. Like
he better,
man.
Yeah. It's gotta happen.
I need to pop up on the Tron while it's going on.
Yeah.
And then just go away. One
just
moment.
Booker giving her.
I love it. That's Stephanie, man. Yeah. I love it. Oh, I love you, Booker, man. I love it. Awesome.
Man. The great
That's a good point. No, all day when he's not falling asleep. When he's not falling asleep at commentary, I was resting my eyes. Okay, buddy. But no, Connie, you're absolutely right. What was that? He's just making sure he takes it all in. Just wants to make sure he doesn't miss anything. But Connie, you're absolutely right too. Maybe it's not a crickets moment, but definitely like a wait, what? What are we doing now? And then obviously you get the tuning in and
it would suck if it was crickets for any of them. It would just suck, and I would actually be upset at the live crowd. Right? You got to give them some reaction.
Agree.
Even boo him if you want, but don't boo him.
Yeah, exactly. Booing's a reaction. Yeah.
Awesome. All right, Mike, your thoughts, man. If there is any, who do you think are the?
I mean, there's outside of the ones that you said. I would say, I think Conman hit it the best. It's not really a booing situation, but maybe if you. I guess if you flip it up and you get Ivy in there and she somehow wins tonight and then won the briefcase, that would probably be my biggest. What? Okay.
I have to jump in. My damn wrestling brain just went like crazy again. What if Ivy wins it and Chad Gable's demanding for her to pass it over to him? I mean,
oh no. Dude, what's right?
Or what if El Grande Americano does win the briefcase and he's like demanding El Grande to give him the briefcase? Like, you never know.
Those might be the funniest storylines to do.
Listen, Pierce, I have this doctor's note. Grande can't compete for a while. I'm taking his briefcase. Oh, wow. It's gold. It's gold, Jerry. Gold.
Gable versus Grande for the briefcase.
I hope they do that.
That's some VKM stuff. Totally.
You need that. Okay, 5 minutes in the ring, please. Okay, I don't care. This is what Money in the Bank's all about now. All right, is El Grande and Chad Gable.
Yeah, let's do it.
I love it. Stampede agrees too. Silence is never a reaction anyone wants because then it's like they're not moved for anything. At least hate me, damn, boo me or something. Jesus.
Yeah, hate me or love me. Don't just sit there.
The other thing too with Grande, I think why he's not going to win this. I brought this up last night and it didn't go over well. I really think, And again, the AAA acquisition, you want to get some of these wrestlers acclimated into the eyes of WWE, into the universe, have them know who they are. I think Grande wins the AAA championship, to be perfectly honest with you, at Worlds Collide. And then you start having some kind of weird open challenge where these guys are getting filtered in from AAA, which is a good thing. Obviously, there's a reason, there's a method to the madness. But Chad, we'll give you I'm sorry, Grande, we'll give you the title. It's not going to be one of our titles. It's going to be the AAA title. And I don't know, because you want to keep it respectful. You don't want to kind of make a mockery of the AAA. The first person gets is Grande Americano. It's a bad look. But if it's to get other talent up, seen, and eventually someone actually coming in being the vanquishing, maybe ripping the mask off of him and winning the belt and humiliating him, something like along those lines, I'd be cool for that. But I think he has a shot at winning that AAA championship on Saturday before Money in the Bank. So we'll see what happens.
Is it Chad Gable versus Vikingo, or is it El Grande? I'm pretty sure
it's El Grande.
Chad, right?
El Grande.
Oh, it is El Grande. Well, damn.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, that's actually surprising. That's what they're running. I would have thought that they would just do like a metaphorical talent exchange, right? Gable going over to AAA, El Grande Americano here to WWE. That's interesting. They're doing El Grande.
Yeah, I saw that. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. They spoiled it a little. They spoiled it last weekend. They already put up us for the championship, and before
that's right.
Before
the title match happened.
That sucked. AAA could not have been, because it didn't go over too well. When he beat Patron, so that kind of sucks for Vikingo. But yeah, guys, this is awesome. I mean, I wish it was longer. We'd talk about a little bit more, but that's it. That's all we got is the 4 matches. I think some awesome action tonight. Awesome action on the go home on Friday night as well. But yeah, that's it. That's all we really got. I appreciate you guys for coming on. But before we get out of here, obviously, I'll start with ladies first. Obviously, Lady Alpha, where can everyone find you on the socials and on YouTube?
Well, I'm really only active on Twitter, so it's right there under my name, awesome. Lady Alpha KK. That's really it.
That's it.
I mean, I'm on the other socials. It's just 2 of them are my author accounts and one's personal. So I'm mostly active on Twitter, rarely Blue Sky. So
awesome. I like it. Mike, where can everyone find you, my man?
Same thing. She said it the best. I got every social media platform, but I'm only active on X. So you're not going to get a hold of me on anything else. But follow the Elite Mob podcast at Mob Squad 508 on YouTube. Other than that, like she said, I'm only active on X. Don't expect to hear me on anything else.
All right. And last but not least, obviously, Connor, thank you so much again, man. It's an honor. Appreciate you coming on, taking the time. Where can everyone find you when it comes to socials and YouTube?
Yeah, first and foremost, thank you so much for having me. This was a lot of fun. Let's absolutely do it again. You guys can find me on Conman167, basically everywhere. Conman167X on like TikTok and Instagram, and basically everything else is just Conman167. I'll be live tonight. I got my Monday Night Raw watch along, which begins in 40 minutes. So we'll be doing that.
Awesome. Again, yeah, awesome. We definitely got to do it again. Run it back for one of the big PLEs. You guys know me, Johnny Anthony. You can find me everywhere on the socials, Snapchat, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and obviously on YouTube as well. So do the thing, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. And if anything, definitely give us a thumbs up. Helps us in the algorithm. Helps everyone here as well. So awesome, guys. Well, it's been awesome for Connor, for Lady Alpha, for Mike. It's been great, guys. Enjoy. Everyone tune in to Connor for the Con Man for the feed today to watch Raw. Awesome. Appreciate you guys. And everyone will see all of you for our post show after Money in the Bank this upcoming Saturday.